On the air, episode 120.
Well, live from the LOFT100 Studios. On the air is on the air. Give him a hand. Wow.
Yeah.
Bibbity, bobbity.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Sully Band. The Sully Band. Give it up for the live audience.
It sounds like the stadium.
Well, I don't know
We had
about
like
that.
6 of you, and we had like camera angles before, so it looked like we were super popular, but we really weren't. Thank you guys for coming in. Welcome to the new LOFT100 Studios.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a little misty. My gosh. So we've been like, how you been? I haven't seen you for.
I know it's been fun. It's been fun taking a break, but
Okay, whoa. Categorically, it's not been fun, and it's the last 4 weeks. It's been like herding 400 kittens into a wheelbarrow, but we got it done. And I want to just say right now, a special thanks to Jared Coleman, our general manager, my right-hand man.
there he is right there.
My God, he's in. It's life size. Hats off to Michael Larson, our chief engineer. He's in there somewhere. There he is.
He's cool.
And I should say the Emmy Award-winning Jared Coleman and some other people work here. I have no idea who that guy is, but thank you guys. Honestly, they did a great job. And if the city doesn't find out, we'll be fine. So
It's funny.
it's good stuff. Hey, start the show. Let's do this thing.
All right, we got a lot of great guests. Let's bring out the very first guest. He's back from
I know who this is.
SI News, Logan Burns.
How great is this? Oh my God! Just come over here. How's everybody doing?
How we doing?
Oh my God! Come on!
Wow! Love you, man.
Oh yeah, kiss the ring.
Come on, baby, get in
You know
here.
what? You loved that, didn't you? You know, by the way, the show's over. It took you 10 minutes to get here.
Logan Burns.
What's going on, you guys? This is the nice spot you have here. This is incredible.
You know, what's funny is like when we're here, it feels like because it is the same set, but it's
yeah.
but all of you are making a difference. So I can't thank you guys.
Yeah,
enough for
look
coming
at
in.
this crowd.
You know what, Logan?
Let's just
What's up, the band? The band.
All right, Logan. I watch you every night, KUSI. Good evening,
Finally,
San Diego.
somebody will admit to this.
But I saw something on social media the other day,
that we want to
wasn't
talk.
me.
That we want to talk to you about.
Was not me.
and it was I think it was like June 14th, 1978. It was.
Let me think back.
Hold on, June 14th, 1978
I think I was 2.
was the premiere of Grease.
Yeah, oh, it was.
And
it was.
your dad was.
I went
in
to that
Grease.
premiere.
You did, right?
Yeah.
What do you
Grauman's Chinese Theater.
What do you remember about that?
About Grease?
About Grease, the whole experience, and your dad.
I was on the set a couple of the days, I remember. One thing I remember is it was the big dance sequence.
Yeah.
And first of all, right, with the high school.
If you don't know this,
well, my dad was Vince Fontaine in Grease. Hey!
And I kind of feel that you're Vince Fontaine. Like,
No, I feel like I'm Vince Fontaine.
you look like Vince Fontaine.
Yeah. So he wants to come kind of tumbling in. My dad used to do a lot of gymnastics when he was young, growing up in New York. Yeah. I have pictures of him doing handstands on like the edge of a roof, like 3 stories. He would do some crazy stuff. Anyhow, he's very good at it. So it'd be like, you just standing there kind of.
Yeah.
So. but he does this tumble, and then they throw him the microphone, and he catches it, and he says, fans and odds and ends, and da-da-da. And I remember he had to do it a couple of times.
Didn't he go
and
kiss?
he nailed it every time, and I was like, wow, this guy's great.
What was the girl gang name? What was it? Was it Pinkies? What was it?
What was it? Marina Chair? Was it?
He went over and kissed one of them. I remember that part.
Yeah.
He was like,
The Pink Ladies.
yeah, that's right. Pink
Oh, the Pink Ladies,
That's
all
right.
of them, yeah.
So how did you go from being that guy's son
Yeah.
to going to law school
Yeah.
to
right.
being an on-air personality and being the real Vince
Just
Vaughn?
could not make up my mind, apparently.
No.
Yeah, the dream keeps changing.
That's a circuitous loss.
I guess growing up, I always thought going to law school would be a good idea, right? And I had a lot of friends, and their fathers and mothers were lawyers, and I thought, well, that'd probably be a good thing. I think L.A. Law was big at the
Oh my
time,
God,
too.
remember
Watching
Corbin
LA
Burnson?
Law, and it looked fun, and I don't know, they were
Harry
arguing
Hamlin?
cases, yeah. So that seemed like a good idea, and I thought, well, if I don't use it, it's at least a good education. So I was a lawyer for a couple of years, and then I decided I wanted to get into this business. I started sending resume tapes around. I was working for free in Palm Springs on the weekend.
I remember
I'd be a lawyer Monday through Friday, and then I'd drive up to Palm Springs and work for free as a reporter. And then I ended up getting a job in Laredo, Texas, right by
When's the last time you heard somebody say tapes? Hey, we said
Yeah,
tapes.
tapes. Resume tapes, that's what they called them.
And also, I love the fact that you chose your career based on the clothing.
Yeah, well, you know.
Like you saw a TV show, you had to look good in that. I'm going that
Yeah,
way.
right. What job do I need to wear a nice Armani suit
Right.
was my, no.
Me and Tommy buy our suits where we buy our wine, Chevron. So,
Chevron.
Yeah.
But you know what? Too bad you didn't know.
No rim job for that.
too bad you didn't know what?
Hey, too bad you didn't know Natalie Wood.
Wow.
I'm just bringing it all up.
One more day, he would have been over it.
Yeah.
No,
you really bring
Natalie
up-
Wood is who to you?
She was my godmother. Yeah.
God, like one more day, we've been over it. Let's bring it back
then-
up.
So my dad and my mother were in Natalie's sauna with Robert Wagner, RJ is what everybody called him.
Yes, of course, RJ.
When I was born, they left the sauna and got in the car and drove down to Cedar Sinai in L.A.
And then they cracked the window, put some
and
Pringles
gave
in there, and
birth.
went back to the
And to
sauna.
this day, I'm like, what are you doing in a sauna with me pregnant? You know what?
Well, I
8 and a
think
half
we know,
months?
Logan.
No
I think
wonder
we're-
I wanted to get out of there, right? I mean,
They were cooking you.
they were cooking me. Yeah, I was like, enough already.
I love that you have stories about your dad being in a sauna. Actually, I think they were, excuse me, I think they were hot tubbing, is what they
That was
what
the
they
Farrah
call-
Fawcett
that's what they call-
story.
That's what they called it at them.
You were what, 10 years
were
old
hot
in a
tubbing.
jacuzzi
are
with
just so
Farrah?
funny right now.
You were 10 years old in a jacuzzi with Farrah Fawcett?
It's true, Tommy. It's true. I was.
Do you know what they call that now? A felony.
All right, we have more guests
All
to
right,
bring
let's go.
out. Let's bring out our next guest.
All right. Who do you got?
Let's do it. He's a chef. He's an author. He's an entrepreneur.
Wow.
Please welcome to the dance
bougie
floor,
music.
Sam, the cooking guy.
There he is! Yes! You see how he- I love our curly.
We sang that song all summer long, and then golden sand. There it is.
Good to see you. I brought these.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Frank Sinatra and the band. Look at you.
Look at you.
Look at you. You handsome devil.
Dang, you are an icon in
Yes.
this town. You know, and nobody does an Earth Tones kitchen like you do.
You know what Icon says?
Yeah.
I'm old as
And it begins.
No,
Perfect.
wait, I said I was not going to swear. No swearing today.
By the way,
No swearing today.
that's like a half hour of post-production. Thank you.
I know, I apologize.
all right.
But I said, can I swear? And you said, yes, go ahead. And
I said, yes, you can swear. Let's roll.
There you go. There you go.
We can edit all this out. We can edit all this out.
I won't do it to you again.
All right, so, yeah, you know, that's, you know.
It's all cool.
Good.
So what are you doing now?
I'm,
What's your
that's book
your
number 5.
Wow.
I told Tommy I just finished number 6. It'll come out next year.
My goodness.
What's it called?
It's called Sam the Cooking Guy. What's it called? It's called the Sam the Cooking Guy and the Holy Grill. It's a grill.
Oh, see what he did there?
See that?
You're like,
Actually, see what my wife did there. Kelly named that.
Nice.
I remember I've run into you at the airport a couple of times, and you always have knives. How do you pull that out? No, seriously, you have your knives with you. Like you're like.
No, I don't. What are you
I have a
smoking?
picture.
Knives.
That's crap.
Got the
I
That
jacket.
is crap.
You can't
I have a
travel
picture
with
of you with you and me and your knife.
You can pack them, but you can't carry them.
Okay.
They're not like, oh, Sam the cooking guy, of course bring your knives on board.
Okay.
We're fans. Go
I have
ahead.
a picture of us with your knives. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
What restaurants do you have?
Yeah.
We have Gray's in Little Italy in the Piazza della Familia.
Yeah, I love that place.
And in the food hall in the Piazza della Familia, we have Not Tacos, Samburgers, and the recently opened Cuckoo's Nest fried chicken sandwiches and stuff.
You're not tacos.
Yes, sir.
So, what do they call that? Taste of San Diego. Taste of San Diego last year had a taco day.
Yeah.
I had 105 tacos. No, I'm not kidding.
You're gonna make me upset by
It's an
bringing this
emotional
up.
experience. I want to know, what is the first thing that you cooked and I said, you know what, I want to do this for a living?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this for a living?
You know, well, look.
Decided yet.
Yeah, when are you going to start?
Here's the thing. This was supposed to be a travel show
Yeah.
that was sadly derailed by 9/11. So I quit a job. I had to come up with something.
Yeah.
I sat at home. I've said this before. I sat at home the week following 9/11. We're just watching TV because I had no job. And what I still say to this day was the absolute worst cooking segment I've ever seen in my life. The chef was stiff and uncomfortable. Not his job to be in front of a camera. So you understand that.
Do you remember who was it?
No, it was a guy.
All right.
I think it was the Hilton, the Torrey Pines then. I'm not sure.
But we've researched that, and
Yeah.
right now we'd like to bring out Chef.
Here we go.
That would be so great. The whole thing was bad, and I'm sitting there by myself, and I go, wow, somebody should do this, but better. And the light went on. I went, wait, I have no job. I need a job. I'm just going to swap from showing people that they can go places they thought were complicated to showing them they can make food easily. Because this guy was making butternut squash soup. And do you know what you need to make that?
Squash.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. You could use water, some kind of broth, nothing. This guy made it so damn complicated. I said, it's nice, but no one is watching this going, I want to make that.
Did you have any formal cooking training?
None.
Wow.
None. My wife did all the cooking, and I did what I said in those days was the burning at the barbecue. Because I felt as my place to cook outside because she didn't want to.
Yeah.
I would take food out. I'd put it on the grill, I'd ruin the hell, I'd burn it. It would be the color of these tables. I'd bring it back in, and we'd sit and we'd eat it, not talking about how bad it was. But I knew nothing.
Well, you're from Canada. You guys are polite.
But the point was, don't do complicated stuff.
Yeah.
Make things so when people watch, they go, that looks good, but it also looks like I could do that. So I did basic stuff, and I just got, better.
Do you still enjoy cooking? I mean, do you dig it?
Every single day, so I love it.
Do you ever DoorDash?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Another taco place?
But we don't know. I only eat my tacos. We don't go out very much. I like to cook. My wife knows I like to cook. We're kind of homebodies at night, and we're happy chilling.
When's the last time you drove through a drive-through?
What time is it?
Wow.
It's been a while.
This is tough.
Okay, we're not saving lives here. It's
Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry.
So you haven't.
I can't remember.
Wow, that's good.
Sam the cooking guy.
Hey, all right.
All right. Let's bring out our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, she's the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish San Diego. Give it up for Suzanne Husby. Give it up. But welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw you at the Padre game. That was Wish 5,000.
Yeah, 5,000.
Wish number 5,000 in San Diego.
Yay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about it real quick?
Yeah, so 6-year-old Eric is dealing with a brain tumor, and he had some mobility challenges because of treatment. And actually, when we first met him in the beginning of his journey, he was still using a wheelchair because he was having trouble walking and with dexterity. And he loves the Padres. He loves Tatis. Wow. That's who he used to watch in the hospital room with his dad to kind of like take his mind off things. And so when he had the opportunity to make a wish, he thought, that's what I want.
There he is
Be
right
on the
there.
field. There. Yep.
Oh,
there
that's
he
it.
is.
No. So when you were last on, we had something very organic happen, right? We had a member. We had a little girl in the audience that was just a member of the audience. What was her name again?
Avila.
So she sang a Jason Mraz song.
I'm yours.
Who one of our staff, I think it was Rick DeVoe, and probably one of your staff, sent over to, what's the name I'm looking for? Jason Mraz. Jason Mraz says, I want her on stage with me at the next thingy. Did that get wheels?
I mean, amazing.
Is it happening?
It's happening. Yep.
That's amazing.
That's cool.
That's okay. That, by the way, was there a dry eye in the house that day? I mean, I was like shaking like Don Knotts when she was done. I'll tell you. I mean,
What, Don Knotts shook?
yeah, by the way, there's like 4 people in this audience that remember Don Knotts. So,
I'm one of them. So, what about Wish, the next Wish?
Yeah.
Has that already happened, or does it take time to work on 5001?
Right, yeah. So, you know what? Wishes are always happening. There's like over 300 kids in our area that are in the process of receiving a wish, but the impact isn't saved for the day the wish happens. It starts the minute we meet with them, and we don't talk about their illness. We sort of know that's why they become a wish kid. We start to talk about what makes them happy. What do they think about when they're having a tough day? What's the best day ever? You know, and so all of those wishes are in the works right now.
I love how you also we rolled footage of the NASA kid. Remember the astronaut kid?
Oh,
Yes.
right.
He was about he was about this high, and you kind of cobbled it together. Is there any follow up with him? I mean, do you guys follow up after the wish to make sure they they want a biscuit on the side or something else?
Yeah, a lot of families do stay connected with us and want to give back in a way, because what a lot of parents say to us is that, Make-A-Wish came into their life during the darkest moment. Their child was been diagnosed with something, they're dealing with treatments and the monotony of like hospital visits and missing all of typical childhood. And then Make-A-Wish comes in and this like community sort of forms around their child to make the wish happen. And it gives them, not just the child, but it gives the parents hope. And any one of us involved in a wish, it kind of sticks with you like Avila. It just sticks with you, right?
Absolutely.
What's the most exorbitant wish you had to?
So we
To hang with Logan Burns.
That one's coming up.
There it is.
Actually, probably the most expensive wish we ever granted was to go to the World Cup back when it was in South Africa in 2010. But we do work with a lot of airline partners and folks who try to help us get like access to make the experience less expensive without dropping the quality.
Is there any sort of like when you're filling out the application, it's like a range, or do you let them go and just ask what they want?
Yeah, the goal is to just get into their little brain and find out what it is that makes them excited. We try not to suggest wishes. We try to help mom and dad and siblings to not sort of, by committee. We want the wish kid
What
to
they
decide
want.
on their own.
And if I'm not mistaken, Sam the cooking guy helped out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you were involved with our wine and food event years ago, so
Nice.
thank you.
You remember?
Have you ever? Yes, of course I do.
What was the wine and food thing?
Have you ever had a company that you've reached out to for help say no?
Not really. You know what?
That's
Make-A-Wish
good.
is kind of a magic word. I feel like people immediately understand what we do.
Yeah.
And what we hear most often is, we'll help you and we'll add on. I mean, when we talk about Eric's wish to meet the Padres, the Padres went above and beyond. They signed him to a contract for a day.
Amazing.
They gave him a uniform and a jersey, and he got to be in the broadcast booth.
How do we get that?
That's
He did everything.
Okay, first, we had so much more to come. So we've had 2 sunny days since November.
Amazing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I sneezed 8 times this morning before I called Tommy. So I'm not going to sing today. But who wants to hear Tommy sing
Tommy.
some lame classic rock? It'll be something from 1976.
You know what? I wasn't expecting that. Not expecting this.
All right, coming up. On the Air's on the Air. Thank you guys so much for coming. Let's go. Or don't stop. That's fine. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Okay, that wasn't open for interpretation. This is a monarchy here, okay? James just wanted to play somewhere. I remember the last time I saw a crowd of this size was like 1972 Padres. This was like the maximum crowd back then when we had them. You guys are so great to come out. We want to thank you.
Give it up for the audience.
All right.
Hey, and speaking of audience and speaking of music, aren't you guys playing the Belly Up soon?
Yes, we are paying. Well, where's Mary? Is Mary here? She's up in the club. Give it a hand for Mary.
Up in the club. Isn't this great?
Speaking of spiced apples and parsley, how's it over there at Bully's East? Because that's exactly what
Bully's East, yes. Our ribs are
Red
coming.
Tractons. That's what it looks like.
So, yes, we have a show coming at Belly Up on August 11th.
Right.
The Sully Band is playing. And guess who's going to be singing with us?
Well, who's the
guest.
beneficiary?
Beneficiary is Make-A-Wish.
You can't-
So we have Suzanne at the bar. We also have Christine here with Make-A-Wish. And we have a special guest from Make-A-Wish coming, someone
that?
who ties into what you were speaking
Is
about.
Tommy going to show up for someplace after 6 o'clock for what?
Tommy might be coming, but also Avila, who's sang, is going to be singing.
Oh, the little girl's coming?
She's going to come and give a guest appearance.
Is she going to cut into my stage time?
Yes, she is.
Yay.
Her, the crowds.
Will she? No, honestly, will she come sing with us?
She is going to sing.
And we have another
guys have it?
announcement. Guess who's opening for us? Daring Greatly, our favorite band in San Diego. So August 11th, come on out with us. I have no idea how to get tickets, but I'm sure you can email Mary and I'll give you her...
Bellyup.com.
Okay, I was going to give her your personal phone number, but that's good. Thank you, Mary. August 11th, that'll be a fun show. Will you be there with us?
I think I'm introducing you guys.
Okay, you know.
Wow.
That was a solid commitment.
Yes.
Thomas said, I gotta go. Maybe. All right, I would like you to.
We have one more guest to bring on. Ladies and gentlemen, she is on KUSI. Let's give it up for Logan
Lauren Phinney.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
That's the bar, isn't it? It's like the
Hi.
Hi.
You're the bar. What's up, sister?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Look
Thanks
at this.
Oh my goodness!
You like this?
Come on.
I see friends. I see friends.
And that's
Congrats on the new place.
And that's a fun little country song, and I think you met the artist, right?
I did. Gretchen, yeah.
Gretchen?
We're buds.
Wait. I missed the whole country song.
I'm
What are you
here
talking
for
about?
I'm here for the party.
Yes.
Isn't that me?
Was there
That's
a
you.
country song there?
Tommy picked that song for me.
Well, I know we were supposed to start the show on Wednesday, and she got here Thursday. But when was the country, when was the country show song? What country song are you talking about?
Gretchen Wilson.
I'm here for the party. That was my
I see.
walk-on.
Oh,
song
I see.
right
Okay.
there.
Nice.
That like suits me. to the T.
Faster, Sully, faster.
Hey, you know what I've noticed about you
No.
lately?
No. Dude,
Yeah, because that's not creepy.
Tommy, that's not
do
very
tell
nice.
me.
Here's what I've noticed.
What?
I think maybe 3-4 weekends in a row, you've been giving back to the community. You've been emceeing things and just doing things. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Let's give it up for Lauren Phinney.
That could have gone a couple. Because I thought he was going to say the last.
I was
you've
worried
been
about
off.
where we were going with that.
Yeah.
I always say it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to get things done. San Diego is the best village, and I can't get up there every day and help people get out of bed and start their day if I'm not doing my part. And I don't have a lot of treasure, but I have time and definitely a tiny bit of talent, maybe. And
My God, I'm weeping up.
that's my way of. That's my good karma out in the world, hopefully, and
We love Lauren Phinney.
Lauren Phinney.
Come on. Yeah, put that down.
It's like I'm.
But
it's like-
self-promotion is
I
great
didn't
as
put it there,
well.
but it's like I'm creepily looking at you. So hey, we just move that.
No, he's
put
he's
that
used
down.
to people creepily looking at him.
I have you creepily looking
Wait a
at
minute.
me in my house too.
I do, Dave. Thank you.
I love Sam, the cooking guy.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be an on-the-air show without some crappy song from '73 by Deep Purple. Can you go up there and sing us something?
Smoke on the Water?
Will you?
Hold on.
Would you go up and sing? Because I know you guys aren't prepared for this. So I'm thinking like Nilsson Schmilson or something from when I was in high school. Can you sing a song?
No,
Oh,
sure. Well, first of all,
I'm not ready for this.
First of all, I I'm not a musician. I can't sing, but I'll do it.
There you go.
Do it.
Just off the top of his head. Hey, let me bring it up to KTV, live from Matt Jeffs in La Mesa.
Come on, everybody. Clap your hands. Stand up. Get up. Get up. Get up on your feet. Get up on your feet. Everybody on their feet. I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car. I got everything that a man could want. I got more than I can ask for. I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet loving woman, and she knows just how to treat me right. Well, my baby, she's alright. Well, my baby, she clean out of sight. Don't you know that she is some kind of wonderful? Everybody, some kind of wonderful. Louder. Some kind of wonderful. All right, everybody louder.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Penny Loggins Band, Trip Spread.
Yeah.
And from the Righteous Brothers, Steve Dillard. Well, how about this? Straight off of tour with Andy Grammer, Tamoka Jarvis. All right. Just give me the kick. The kick. All right.
You know what?
Playing an instrument the size of a fifth grader from the Michael Bolton Band, April Leslie.
I discovered her.
I knew that was coming. April Leslie, Tamoka Jarvis, Chris Sprague, Steve Dillon. On the air, from the air.
Some kind of wonderful.
The new LOFT100 Studios. Welcome to the Tommy Show. There he is right there. Take a picture.
Well, first of all, welcome the live studio audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much. Give it up for the audience. And once again, give it up for Lauren Phinney, Sam the cooking guy, Logan Burns, and Suzanne Husby.
Got 'em all right. Little Tommy, the Sully Band. Thanks for coming.
Hey, I do want to mention something, if I can have your attention. This is kind of cool. A few nights ago in Palm Springs.
Well, let me bring you up to a gentler time here. It's okay.
A few nights ago, in the city of Palm Springs, in an auditorium, they gave out some awards. And On the Air with Sully and Little Tommy were up for set design, featuring set designer Jeff Van Gonka, that's in the audience.
And by the way, a little detail, the award Never mind that. That's it. A little detail. The award was called Rhymes with Emmy Award. So Jeff Van Gonka and some stiff that writes checks, we won the Emmy Award for.
Yeah!
So, this is the Emmy for set design.
Hey, what did we get robbed? What did we get robbed for?
Best original song.
Yeah, we were robbed. I'm a good loser. That was, you know what? This is all I have to say about it.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't ever want to see it again.
It's just an honor.
It's an honor to have been nominated.
It's really not.
So,
I'm pissed.
Jeff Van Gonka.
Jeff, fantastic job on
Way to
the
go,
set.
Jeff.
Yeah,
And
baby.
of course, Sully.
I love how I'm an also ran.
I should have been on this, but it's all right.
Oh, yeah, thanks. You know,
Just kidding.
That's great. I feel so great now for that. Like, thanks.
So
Tommy.
set
a
design.
weapon, too. You
Let me
leave
get your
that
Hall
by
of
the
Fame award. I got to tell you, Tommy called me. What year?
I called you.
What year did we start?
Oh, in a name. Oh,
Yeah.
as in names, or I called you on the phone.
Well, that was.
Tommy.
When did you call me about the show? You came up with the show and said, "Hey, I got an idea.
Geez.
We should do the show."
Well, in the summer of 2019, I had an idea to do a show with some of my radio friends, and it was going to be on at midnight. And I walked into Mike McKinnon and said, "Hey, I have an idea. We can do this late at night. I can bring in my radio friends, and we can just talk about current events." And then he goes, "Do you know a guy named Sully?" And I
No,
go,
actually, nobody would do it. So then they said,
He goes, "Do you know a guy named Sully?" And I go, "Of course." And he goes, "Why don't you meet with him, and maybe you guys can do it together." And so we prepared, and we recorded our practice shows and did our shows at the end of 2019. And then we had a target date to start on the air on KUSI March of 2020.
Remember that.
And then
and look what happened.
Something happened called COVID-19.
Yeah, that was it.
But we went through it, and now 120 episodes later, I do
Which
want to
doesn't
say
say
this.
a lot for our work ethic because there's a lot more than 120 weeks in between.
But you know what?
No, thank
You
you.
should say this.
Thank
Hold
you.
on.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we did one episode. The first episode, it was us. And then we said, hey, you know what? Let's bring in Russ.
Wait, didn't we get? Weren't you? And it never saw the light of day because Lauren.
And it was my best work ever.
No, really.
Cutting room floor.
I believe Kevin Faulkner was on that show too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it
And
was
Rebecca
Ken Faulkner
Jones.
And Rebecca Jones.
And Cookie.
Yes.
Yeah. But I want to mention Rusty Nails. Give it up for Rusty Nails. And somewhere here is his son Tyler. So Tyler's working here somewhere.
We adopted Tyler. I don't remember how many years ago we got on television. Tyler was our first band that played intros and outros.
yeah.
So Russ is well represented here. If you get a chance to walk in the studio, there's a poster of him that is about 25 feet wide, 10 feet high. There's the Rusty Nails guitar, and he will always be a part of this thing. I think about him every day. Trying to shake him, but I can't help it. So it was a really, it was a pleasure working for him. But I don't think I don't think we realized how much the show benefited from Rusty Nails being on stage.
No, absolutely. I love Rusty.
Well, you used to bicker with him, so I was.
All right.
All right, show's over, Shakespeare. Great, thanks for coming.
So Logan, I know we always go back.
Tommy.
We always go back to Hollywood High School. So how was it going to school at Hollywood High?
Beverly Hills High.
Beverly
Nailed it.
Beverly Hills.
Let's
High.
try to get the high school correct, please.
Nothing like a little research before you get the guest.
But how was it going to school at Beverly Hills High?
Just your average high school, really.
Yeah.
Just a
Wait a
couple
second.
more Ferraris.
Wait. What did they serve? What did they serve for lunch?
Well, it was usually, there was like an omelet, but no, it was regular stuff, you guys. It was pizza, it was tacos.
You never had
Listen,
tacos,
Wolfgang
did you?
Puck maybe catered it once in a while. No, I'm kidding.
Were like the desks better there? I mean, did it seem like you're in Beverly Hills High?
I mean, it was a nice high school.
What was your mascot?
It's all the Norman.
The privileged rich people.
A BMW.
Yes.
Norman. The
The
Norman.
Beverly Hills High BMWs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's all I knew. I
God,
mean,
you are tap dancing.
what was it?
Because me and Tommy
Well,
were like
look,
Chula
I mean,
Vista
yes,
High.
there were probably a few more fancy exotic cars that some of the guys were driving. Of course, there were a lot of parties at big, nice houses.
I had like, what'd you have, like $2 for lunch money?
What?
Do you have like a hundy?
I went
like,
home for lunch.
Yeah,
We had pizza, we had tacos. I mean,
Anybody famous in your class?
yeah, Lenny
Ricky
Kravitz. You
like
got
Ricky
Lenny
Schroeder?
Kravitz on the door. Lenny Kravitz went to high school.
He went to your high school?
Yeah. I look back.
Well, not that much though. But
Yeah.
he was there.
You know, I look back at some of the yearbooks, and I noticed that in almost every picture that he was in, he had a guitar in his hand.
Imagine that.
And he just knew right away. I mean, he had that gift where he knew he wanted to be a musician.
Who didn't
Did
play
he
guitar?
play at the parties?
I mean, I think he played in high school. He was in whatever class it was. He was always walking around with a guitar. So,
Okay, is there a
Did it fit in his locker? I mean,
Lawrence? I'm asking for a friend.
yeah.
curious.
Is he like the coolest guy? I mean, he's like the epitome of cool.
I was gonna say, was he cool then?
Yeah.
Obviously
yeah.
cool.
Very friendly. Yeah.
He was
David Schwimmer was one grade below me from Friends.
In antithesis,
Not as cool.
David Schwimmer.
Not as,
Exactly.
yeah, he was there.
My wife would leave me for Lenny Kravitz in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Yeah, a friend of mine's, his father was the VP at Warner Brothers. So like some of the fun.
Oh, Natch.
Well, some of the fun things, like you'd go to his house and you'd go see a private screening of like Flashdance.
So for your field trips, you were in the movie Dances with Wolves. On the air.
And I wanted to point out someone. That's Devin LeDrew. Devin told me, Tommy, is Sam the cooking guy really going to be there? And I said, yeah, she's a big fan. That's Devin. And then next to Devin, well, her mom's right there, Sandra. I went out with her in the 80s.
Give Devin the book.
You realize every single show you're introducing cousins and the guy that went to junior high school with you, borrowed his skateboard.
The woman in the middle is Marty, and Marty has a question for Sam the cooking guy.
All right. Off the
I
mic.
remember you telling a story about being on Today's Show, and you
Yes.
had to tell somebody to be quiet
I
or
did.
maybe shh.
Yes.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, so my first time on the Today Show, I was super nervous. And somebody could have given birth beside me and I wouldn't have known. I would have just kept going with it. But my second time, I'm super comfortable, I'm calm. You walk, you say, hey, Sam's back, or air kisses, and it's just great. And this time, though, I'm fully aware of how much talking Kathy Lee Gifford and Hoda Kotb are doing, to the point where I'm trying to say things and I think it's being overshadowed by their words. And we get to this one moment, you've done the thing at the front counter and you go around to the back and putting something together. And all of a sudden I realize, I'm looking in the camera, I think, the Today Show brought me all the way from San Diego. I'm trying to make a point and the people can't hear me. These two are talking so loud and I don't know what to do. And this is all going over in my head in about 1/1,000,000th of a second. And finally I just go, please, can I talk 1 minute?
Wow!
And if it had ended there, it might have been okay. But then I stupidly added, everybody says there's way too much chatter back here. I don't know who those people are that said that. I don't know where those words came from. So then the moment ends and they giggle and they make some little jokes and stuff. And it ends. The show's over, and one of the producers comes over, is taking off my mic, and he goes like this, we've been dying for somebody to say. And so I'm now in the car service going back to the airport, and it's now gotten to San Diego, West Coast, and my wife calls me and she goes, oh my God. I go, what? She goes, they're calling you a hero. I go, who? For what? What did I do? She goes, for telling them to shut up. I go, I never said shut up. I said, please, can I talk? And so it went from, like a couple thousand people watching it on YouTube. Wow. Now it's a couple million, and people come up and go, dude, you're my frickin' hero and stuff. I go, what for? They go, for telling those B words to shut the F. And I go, I didn't say anything like that. I was polite. But
Sam the cooking guy for president.
Yes.
Oh my God. So, Lauren Phinney, What's it like being the champion of newscasters at KOSI and having 100% more kids this year? What was it? What is it?
100% more kids. Yeah, going from 1 to 2 kids is insanity. Yeah. At this point now, we could just, we're good, but we decided not to be outnumbered, so we're done. But yeah, I'm surviving on very little sleep, and
you went back to work like it wasn't like it was.
No,
you didn't miss a beat. Come on.
She took her allotted time.
I killed a lot of brain cells, yeah, with like no sleep. None.
So is it? Well, I mean, look at it. You have a little kid. How do you manage that schedule?
I don't know about any of the other moms, but going back to work for me was like, hey, go take the kid. Let me go to work and have a break. It's me time. That's my time. Do you guys feel that way? Yeah. I mean, if you love what you do, and probably even if you don't, it's just like woo. Nobody's hanging on me. I can shut the door and go to the bathroom. And
wow, this is cathartic for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And Suzanne, where did you grow up?
Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment.
How did someone from Albuquerque, New Mexico end up in San Diego for Make-A-Wish San Diego?
Yeah, my older brother lived here and went to San Diego State, and we're like best friends, so we shared an apartment together. When I first moved here, and we felt so like adulty sharing an apartment together, but I was still on mom and dad's payroll, and they allowed me to intern at Make-A-Wish, which was my first job there. So that's how I ended up here.
Did you aim to be in not-for-profit back then?
No, I was marketing and PR major. Actually, that's what I thought I would do, but I just, I felt like I needed to give back. I felt like I needed to do something. I don't know, that's always been instilled in me that we're here to give back, whatever, like Lauren said, whether you have treasure, time, talent. And so I think I just was sort of drawn to nonprofit, and then I just love working with kids.
When I talk about you or when I introduce you to someone, I always say, you're not gonna believe this. She started as an intern, and now she's the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish San Diego, and that's the only job. It's your only job. What do you tell people, about your work ethic to help them? Because a lot of people are probably watching going, wait, what? She was an intern and now she's the
how many leaps was it? You went from intern to...
Yeah, executive assistant. I was a WISH coordinator. Most of my career was on the WISH side, and then I got to be the director of programs, so I oversaw all WISH grading, voluntary management, medical, and it's only been about 2 years I've been CEO. Wow. But I don't know, I love the mission, but I love the people. Something about, our world can feel a little divided right now, and something about granting a wish just brings people together. It's kind of this universal emotion to help kids.
I bet you it's rare someone says no.
It's very true. People say yes, and then they want to add a little bit more.
Wow,
yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm getting weepy. Just play us out, go. Make-A-Wish Foundation, August 11th, belly up. Support you again. On the air is on the air. Thanks for coming. They want their Astro van back. REO Speedwagon. Fantastic.
So good.
I love that song.
They are so good.
Yeah, I just noticed someone up in the VIP.
Is that Ernie Hahn?
That's Ernie.
Wow, his hair. I didn't see up there.
But
you like that?
I also see Ron Donahoe. Ron Donahoe, he's a famous writer.
Right, Ron.
And he's here for a reason, right? What's he here for?
Hell, I don't know. Who's that? Oh, Ranch and Coast Magazine, Ron, huh? They're doing a little number on me. How many times have you been interviewed
By Ranching Coast?
Yeah.
I was featured before you.
Yeah.
And, but that's Ron Donahoe. He's a big deal. Give it up for Ron. And then, and Sam the cooking guide. Sam, you said you had a question for
I have a question for you, Little Tommy.
For me.
So
of course.
years ago, when Jeff, I don't know where they were, but when the program went back to the iHeart building.
The Jeff and Joe show?
Jeff and Joe show.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay, when it went back there.
Get me a length of rope.
Okay, you put that away. Here's the question. I heard a rumor that I can't compete with that. Thank you.
You know, I'm sorry.
I heard a rumor.
Hold on. Hey,
that
Jared, kill every sound.
I heard a rumor that when the studio was built, A, there was special pink lighting. I don't know why. Wait. And B, that there was special, like, air or extra oxygen pumped into the room. Is that true?
Absolutely not.
First of all, whoa. No. You didn't have a rider that said you had to have green M&Ms or something.
No. First of all,
I noticed this.
I know you're big fans of the DSC, and that's where it came from. And I'm big fans of the DSC, but the DSC back then, they were down the hall, and they separated us.
Intentionally.
Yeah, they separated us. We were on opposite ends.
Yeah.
And then one time the air conditioning went out. And then they did pump in air.
Special air? Wasn't special air.
It was special air.
I knew it.
I remember that building.
I knew it.
Because I was in the news area. My favorite story from that building is the time that you had Russell Crowe park in La Jolla so you could walk him past the DSC studio. No, seriously. He was like, hey, hi, no, nothing to see here.
I'm big fans of the DSC, but they were on the other side, like I said. Every time I would book a great guest like, Luther Vandross or Russell Crowe, I would have them park by the DSC so they can walk by their window towards us.
Did they not try to grab them too or something?
They actually asked me one time for Russell Crowe, and I said, "Oh man, I don't think that he wants to."
Did you really?
But you know what? God bless the DSC. They lasted over 30 years. We almost made it to 30 years. Yeah. So,
you're still on the air. What are you talking about?
Here's the morning radio. Morning radio in San Diego is the best.
I personally think the big question is, was it Fat Luther or Skinny Luther?
We've known him. We've known Luther through Fat and.
My favorite albums are Fat Luther. I was playing because there was a difference, right?
It was more,
Sorry, I blew up.
Behind the voice.
Luther's the best.
Yeah.
Luther's the best.
Logan Burns.
Sully Sullivan.
I love you more than my parents.
I love you, buddy.
That's not weird. It's not weird and awkward. My question for you is, did you make a leap from being a field reporter to being an anchor?
Not as much, no. I really want.
So your entire life has been gifted in.
I've done the field reporting. I always preferred the anchoring more, honestly. Unless you're out.
Who writes your stuff?
Who writes your stuff? Who writes your
Lauren
stuff?
Phinney writes everything I say. We have producers, gifted producers, gifted writers. Yeah.
When you look into the teleprompter, are you seeing it cold sometimes?
No,
or no,
I try not to.
Yeah.
I try to read it before I have to read it.
Do you know, I always wonder, in the age of auto text, like, hey, Lauren, comma, Sully here, exclamation point.
Yeah.
Do you ever almost do that with a teleprompter? Because I would go,
say,
in the news today, comma.
Exclamation point.
I've left voicemail messages. Hey, Tommy, it's Sully, exclamation point. Call me back, XOXO.
I have not done that.
I've done that.
I have not done that. No.
Well, now you will. That's
Now it'll be in your head.
I always enjoyed the anchoring.
I am Ron Burgundy?
Yeah. Question mark?
But so the other question is, AM or PM?
I was on the morning show for most of my career, and I worked with Lauren for a little while, and then I went to I've done some evening stuff. I don't know. I've been asked that so many times.
I was the exact opposite. I was 15 years evening news and then flipped to morning.
I like waking up and going to work and getting it done and then having the day, whereas I've got to go back to work at 3 o'clock.
But the interesting part is when you start waking, like I get an email from Tommy at like 3:35 a.m. every day. What time I wake up, he says hi, because you don't really go back to waking up at like 7. At least for me, I did.
Can't
The
Really?
morning
Like-
shows are generally more fun too. I mean,
I think
the
that's
the
the
cooking
biggest
segments,
difference, yeah.
right? I mean, we don't have you on in the
crappy
evenings. Come on
cooking
by,
segment.
Sam.
Yeah,
Well, the
You know, nobody-
bands. It's a
nighttime,
little lighter.
It's serious at night.
Yeah.
You don't want to get.
Is it easier to produce morning or evening? Because you do both.
Well,
Or maybe not.
Lauren Phinney.
What are you doing?
Lauren Phinney.
I'm gonna go. It's easier to produce evenings.
Oh.
In the mornings, it's just not natural, I think, for our bodies. Like a lot of our producers get there at midnight for the morning show, and I just, you're not. And the news cycle itself, even though it's considered 24 hours now with social media, it's really, for us, it's not. So you have to recycle some from the evening. Whereas I think in the evening, when they come in the afternoon, the breaking news of the day has already hit nationally. So you're able to use that stuff and push the news cycle forward in that way. And you have a full thinking dayside brain operating. It's not, you're not like groggy and what am I doing again?
Well, no matter what time it is, you guys are our favorites.
yes, you
Lauren
are.
Phinney,
Sam the
Logan
Cooking
Burns,
Guy,
Sam the Cooking Guy.
and Suzanne Husby. And welcome once again. Give it up for the studio audience.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. We'll see you next week.